media sources talk about the Jewish voices that started the protests and are participating in the protests, against, supporting a genocide. And also, isn't it interesting that the free speech people, conservative Republicans, like, where are they at? So it almost seems that as long as, you're supporting white supremacy, then it's a free speech thing. Which I think that free speech, if it's granted to one, it should be granted to all. And that should be the way. But, I wonder if that's why the TikTok ban is even a thing, because, since it's owned by a Chinese company and a portion of it is owned by an American company, they didn't have the governance to actually be able to decide what's going to be on the platform or not. Whereas they do with Facebook, Meta, Instagram, and all that. Because as soon as, don't y'all find it interesting that Ben Shapiro and the conservatives can say whatever they want to say, but then Sean King, just for sharing what was happening on the ground in Gaza, like his account was banned immediately and taken down. And if any of you all are supporters, let me know in the comments if you're pro-Palestinian, because if you remember that Instagram came out and said that Meta came out and said that they were pretty much using hashtags that were pro-Palestinian and associating that with terrorism, and then that would make everyone go on the platform and like complain against them and stuff and say very harsh things. Me personally, I know my accounts are shadow banned from talking about Palestine, and my YouTube channel as well, because I have my own views. And I think it's important to have your own view and important to have an answer on what's going on, because if not, then you're just going to be filled with the ideas of other people and believe what they're saying. Because notice that the UCLA protest became the biggest one, right? And only after the police only came in the night after they didn't protect the protesters on the ground. Hassan Piker on Hassanabi, he has a good, maybe I'll make a video like talking about that, but he has a good video posted for the protests and pretty much how the police officers didn't protect any of the protesters, but also did not arrest. So the protesters were arrested, not protected by the police, but the agitators or pro-Israeli protesters were the ones who were not arrested and nothing happened to them. And don't you just find that interesting that it's clear that there is a two-tiered system, and free speech and every American right and civil right is based on that two-tier system. Are you supporting the mainstream? Are you supporting the overarching view of the government or of politicians or of the lobbyists who essentially own the government? Cynthia McKinney, I brought that out on the podcast. I want to say that Cynthia McKinney testified on the Senate floor, I want to say, where she exposed that every American politician has to take an oath or a pledge not to speak on the Israeli government. And even if you don't want to believe Cynthia McKinney, who said that, right? Isn't it interesting that Congress just passed that anti-Semitism? So pretty much we have a people who are, some are American and Jewish, and they're able to decide what is anti-Semitism. Do something for me if you don't believe what I'm saying. Go and look up the definition of Semitic, and then tell me, how does that fit the Ashkenaz Jew? Notice, once again, I'm gonna stop this video And I'm gonna close it by saying this. Isn't it interesting that even with the Jewish voices that they put on the news and all that, they only put the Zionist Jewish voices on there, who also, Zionism is a political ideology. It doesn't have anything to do with God. It doesn't have anything to do with the God-given right or the chosen people or any of that. And actually, if you go look up the genesis of Zionism, you'll find this information to be true. So it's amazing to me that the Orthodox Jews, are not on TV. They're not asked what their opinions are. And also the Jewish people in America and students, their ideologies are not taken into consideration in the protest as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.